Hey y'all, welcome back to this channel, The Sourful Midwest. My name is Jess and I am a knitter from the Midwest. In today's video, I plan on going over my project notes on making my most recent finished object, which is the Halibut Cardigan by Caitlin Hunter. I will also go over some whips and my first dive into spinning. Spinning has been taking over my life lately, and I am here for it. I will go over what I am currently wearing. In addition to the cardigan, I'm also wearing my tumble tee by Lydia Moore. This I knit up in Wool Folk. Yeah. In Woolfolk Snow with I believe this is just Yawool sock yarn for the contrast. And I'm also wearing my Alaska hat for a specific reason. Grab yourself a cozy beverage. I am drinking some blackberry herbal tea. It is seasonably frigid here in the Midwest, so hot tea is in order. And let's dive in. Sorry about the lighting. Got some golden hour going on. So I started this project at the end of December and finished in the beginning of January. I will have my Ravelry linked below, which has any notes on the project. I knit this up in Peace Fleece worsted in the color Brownie and Bombs Rama Garn for the contrast. This is how the cardigan was fitting after I completed the body and before I picked up the button band. I reinforced my steeks using my sewing machine. And the part we have all been waiting for, cutting the steek. This was my first time steeking, and it was not nearly as terrifying as other people have made it seem. And this is how it turned out after blocking. The buttons are from Haulin Hoof Farms. They will be linked in the description. I knit this up in the recommended needle size of a US 9. I did, when switching to the flat knitting after the color work, I used a US 8 on the purl side and a US 9 on the knit side. I was just worried about my tension changing once I was no longer doing the color work. And I don't think you can tell at all about any changes in it. Also made some modifications on the button band. I believe it called for 4 buttonholes. And my button set that I have has 6 buttons, and they seemed a little bit smaller than what was intended. So I just changed the spacing of the buttonholes and made them slightly smaller, and they work just fine with how I did my buttons. overall, I'm happy with this project. I don't know that I would work with piece fleece again, in that it's very rustic, which I don't mind, but I was picking out pieces of like plant matter and vegetation out of it, which I didn't enjoy. But I am happy with my finished object. I currently have one other work in progress right now, and that is my baguette jacket by Sumin Kim. I'm currently knitting this out of Malabrigo Chunky in the colorway Dark Earth. So I have just completed the back panel, the two front panels, and have finally joined all of them and completed the underarm cast on. I have been not knitting on this as quickly as I normally do other projects. I think because it is definitely more complicated and I need to follow the charts for every row, which is fine. It keeps me engaged in it. But also, I have been diving a lot into spinning. So I did order a drop spindle and 200-gram different color Corriedale comb tops. And this is my first skein of yarn. As you can see, it is very inconsistent, but I'm so happy with it. It is a light green and darker green 2-ply. I believe this is about 47 yards, so realistically not enough to do anything with, but I just like having it as a little like reminder that I did this. I'm currently working up the other half. So this is, sorry, my light green single. I was able to achieve better consistency and a much smaller and a much finer spin. And then this is currently what I have for my dark green that I'm spinning up. So with this, I intend on doing another 2-ply, and hopefully I have enough yardage to possibly make something out of it. I do have more fiber coming in the mail that I ordered, so I'm very excited to have enough to hopefully spin enough to do maybe a small shawl, I think is my intended goal with that. I don't think you need me or anybody else on the internet to tell you that what's going on in the United States is bad. I just want to remind anybody watching that you are not alone in your feelings, that you can use arts or anything that you make with your hands as an act of resistance, of rebellion, that it's important. And to remind you to check in on the people you care about, maybe a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. It's so easy to get caught up and distracted with anything. So just a reminder that we need human connection in these times. And if you feel like you don't have anyone or are concerned about judgment from the people in your life, you can always reach out to me, drop me a comment. I am here to listen to anyone if you so choose. So keep on making art, keeping up with your crafts. It's all important right now. Bye. And of course, I forgot to include something. I will link some patterns that are available via Ravelry. Some of these, I believe, are free. And they are a way that you can use your hands and your art to show resistance against ice in this country. Bye.